having peace in serenity, embrace their breath. In life, I've never felt this way. This time, I am amazed. Unconditional love will never fade away. I am so touched, words don't portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I am on my way to the life I have always dreamed to create. It is love, I'm amazed. I always think not too low. Never felt this way. This time I am amazed. Unconditional testing will never fade away. I am so touched, words don't portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I am on my way to the life I have always dreamed to create. It is love, I'm amazed. I am so touched day by day by the world's miracles at play. Wonderful feelings I must convey. Please come sing with me today.
Right, it's 7:30 right now, so let's start on time. All right, good evening, everybody. So before we start our session for today, we're going to first sing 3 songs together. All these songs are written and composed by our master Tetsan. They're embedded with high positive energy, so I do encourage you to sing along with us. The first song we're going to sing together is The Prayer of Love.
Offering the prayer of love, wishing everybody well. Worry free till the end of time. More fortune than you need, mind and body never aged, filled with sweetness and joy, forever blessed till the end of time. World peace and bright sunshine, man and woman happy and free, abundance of virtue, blissful joy, love is found everywhere. The beauty of hills and oceans makes you smile forevermore. Embrace the love to infinity, having peace and serenity. Embrace the prayer of love. Prayer of Offering the prayer of love, wishing everybody well. Worry free till the end of time. More fortune than you need, mind and body never age, filled with sweetness and joy, forever blessed till the end of time. World peace and bright sunshine, man and woman happy and free, abundance of virtue, blissful joy, love is found everywhere. The beauty of hills and oceans makes you smile forevermore. Embrace the love to infinity, having peace and
offering the prayer of love, wishing everybody well. Worry-free to the end of time. More fortune than you need, a mind and body never age, filled with sweetness and joy, forever blessed to the end of time. Yes, indeed, we're also blessed. And of course, all this come along with the blessings from Master Tetsun. And we are deeply touched that we have the opportunity in this life to be in this journey together with Super Life Secret Code as we grow. And let's sing the next song together. I am so touched.
In life, I've never felt this way. This time, I am amazed. Unconditional love will never fade away. I am so touched, words don't portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I am on my way to the life I have always dreamed to create. It is love, I'm amazed. In life, I've never felt this way. This time, I am amazed. Unconditional love will never fade away. I am so touched, words don't portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I am on my way to the life I have always dreamed to create. It is love, I'm amazed. I am so touched day by day by the world's miracles at play. Wonderful feelings I must convey. Please come sing with me today. I am so touched day by day by the world's miracles at play. Wonderful feelings I must convey. Please come sing with me today. Wonderful feelings I must convey. Please come sing with me today. Please come sing with me today.
In life, I've never felt this way. This time, I'm amazed. Unconditional love will never fade away. I am so touched, words don't portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I'm on my way to the life I've always dreamed to create. It is love, I'm amazed. Let's sing the next song together. 因为爱。
千山万水尽是情怀，拥抱天地花开，拥有着爱，生死交关，世世代代，徒留爱恨情仇，空无交代。因为爱，因为爱，洒脱释怀，惆怅千年债。因为爱，我心已开，流过往云烟，瞬间不沾心海。真爱，人生潮起潮落总开怀。因为爱，充满期待，静静了到自在又安泰。因为爱，滋味就在。总是幸福圆满一代代，因为爱，天地厚在，生命里正好感动，好自在，因为爱。水尽是情怀，拥抱天地花开，拥有着爱，生死交关，世世代代，徒留爱恨情仇，空无交代。因为释怀惆怅千年债，因为爱，我心已开，流过往云烟，瞬间不沾心海。因为爱，因为爱。真爱，人生潮起潮落总开怀。因为爱，充满期待，静静了到自在又安泰。因为爱，滋味就在。是幸福圆满一代代，因为爱，天地厚在，生命里正好感动，好自在，因为 界串起来，让爱满溢，随时都在。世界就可爱，都是因为爱。世界就可爱，都是因为爱。世界就可爱，都是因为爱。
Mountains and rivers afar, all filled with emotions, embracing the heavens and earth as flowers bloom, holding love within. Through life and death, generation after generation, only love, hate, and entangled fate remain, leaving no explanation behind. Because of love, I let go freely, releasing the sorrows of 1,000-year debt. Because of love, my heart has opened up, realizing that all past clouds of illusion no longer in my heart. Because of love. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. First of all, my deepest gratitude to Master Ted Sun, deepest gratitude to the universe, and deepest gratitude to the Almighty Sun. My name is Eileen. I'm one of your hosts tonight. And indeed, I'm sure it's because of love. We gathered once again in our beautiful classroom on every Thursday night. And today is a very exciting new chapter of a reading session because we're starting a new second book. All right, so let's pass the mic over to my co-host.
Thank you, Eileen. Deeper gratitude to our Master Ted Sun, gratitude to the universe, and gratitude to the Mighty Sun, and the most gratitude to everyone here tonight. Yes, we are here to recharge our power again, to empower our positive energy. So we see every week everyone's here tonight. Yes, indeed, we have a special books tonight. Say No to Depressions. We are going to kick off on the first page and by reading by our reading angel. And yes, Eileen.
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. And of course, let's please allow me to first introduce our Master Ted Sun, the author of the book Super Life Secret Code. Master Ted Sun is a world-leading expert in energy management, a renowned speaker, a top-selling author, a humanitarian, and a Nobel Peace Prize nominee. He's also the founder of Richest Life, a personal and professional growth and wellness center, teaching people self-healing and life mastery. Master Ted Sun has trained high-tech executives, CEOs, government officials, doctors, and tens of thousands of people worldwide. In 2010, he wrote his first book, Super Life Secret Codes, a life manual that reveals the secret codes of managing energy to create a super extraordinary life. This book has become a global sensation and transformed people's lives all over the world. Since then, Master Sun has written over 70 books now and given tens of thousands of lectures and consultations. His book Say No to Depression is a breakthrough in mental health and has been recognized and endorsed by Western and Chinese doctors to help people overcome chronic depression, anxiety, insomnia, and other mental health problems. Master Sun's energy management system teaches people to mobilize their innate natural ability to become a self-generator of positive energy so that they can recharge and take control of their lives. Yes, and grateful to Master Ted Sun, who has founded the Richest Life organization and community. So at this point of time, a gentle reminder to everyone in this community to promote simplicity and purity. So please refrain from any business transaction among each members, and please refrain from any money laundering issues. And most of all, give yourself an opportunity to see how this system can actually help you overcome challenges in your life and how this amazing system with very simple steps with the two main secret code in life, which is love and gratitude, can help you have a better and a happier tomorrow. So for those who has joined us last Thursday, we did one exercise in class. What did we do?
Love ourselves.
We love ourselves. Who went back and keep practicing for the rest of the last 10 days?
Yes.
Yeah, have a show of your hand. Those who said that to
We
yourself.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you feel happier?
Yes.
And
yes.
you feel that you cherish your own body more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep going. I think it's very important. And of course, as we love, once the minute we know how to love ourselves, we realize that we cherish things even more. And we
Yes.
start to spread more love. So continue to do that. It's a very good exercise. I still do it every day when I look at the mirror. And sometimes when I'm upset or frustrated for that split seconds, I will close my eyes and imagine I'm looking at the mirror and I'll tell myself, Eileen, I love you. Yeah, you have to keep doing that because the more love you are filled inside your heart, you'll find that it's easier for you to mobilize. And even more, if you have more higher level of gratefulness, it's even easier for you to mobilize. And that's where you can actually switch around your level of energy in really a split second. Master always tell us, if you want it, 下一秒钟就可以. He always say it's the next second. But have we ever wondered, how can we do it at the next second? Now I'm talking already how many seconds have left. So maybe you're already thinking, oh, today I already so low mood, you know. But next second I can be happy, man. You can. Because why? You take charge of yourself. You take charge of your life. You take charge of your emotions. And today, very important, we're going to start the second book, Say No to Depression. And I think it's a very amazing book. And later we also have some introductory video to show you. And of course, before we go into that book, we're going to go straight into our very important book, which is the Super Life Secret Code, which we call this a life manual. So everybody should have this book. Okay. All right, Rebecca, you'd like to take over and lead the reading session?
Yes, we will invite, or we will read through on the first page and the back of the cover of the book. Let's wait for Mr. Yes, Mr. Siu can hold the mic and then we will read with the mic so the overseas people can hear us. Okay, Uncle Dick, 我们要开始第一本书 Super Life Secret Code. 好 Okay, Mr. Siu, please. Super Life Secret
Secret Codes, the key to unlock your life by
Master
Master Texan.
The book
Both
The book
contains
contains
simple
simple
ideas
ideas with the power
to
to
resolve
resolve all your problems,
and
revolutionize your understanding of life. Whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, or anyone with a different faith or spiritual practice, we all face daily challenges in
our unique journey of life.
Super
Super
Life Secret Codes is your compass.
The
Secret codes in this book transcend the boundaries of religion
and
speak to you from the vast universe.
They
They will end your struggles and bring forth an eternal spiritual life full of happiness and wisdom.
This book will
illuminate your future like the bright sun and bring rich abundance into your life. Your soul will echo with the vibration of the cosmos. These secrets from nature will guide you to be empowered from the infinite cosmic energy and transform the blueprint of your life, embracing the happiness generated by the Super Life Secret Codes.
Okay, we are going to turn our page to a new chapter. And today we are going to start about the breathing things. Let's turn to the page.
142.
Our new chapter, chapter 13. Yes, page 141. A breath of well-being. So breathing exercise, actually, we breathing a lot of different type of thing. What we need, money, sun, love, and page 141. So the page 141, we are looking at the diagram and then we are going into a reading page of 142. So Sing Mei will help us to read through the 142 and then continue by Clara. Okay, Mr. Uncle Dick 好了吗? Okay, let's begin.
If you were to ask someone on the street if they know how to breathe correctly, they will probably think you were strange for asking such a silly question. We breathe every second and every minute of our life But today we all face the same problem of knowing how to breathe correctly. And this is a common problem. You may think that breathing is a simple process whereby we inhale the air into the lungs and then exhale it. So why would there be any problem? Many of the diseases and illnesses we have are due to improper breathing, specifically the depth, control, and frequency, which can all be the cause of improper breathing. In our modern society, this may sound like a joke to have incorrect breathing as the cause of our physical illnesses, and it may also sound clinical. But I must point out the truth to help people avoid health conditions caused by improper breathing. When you breathe in a full breath of fresh air, its impact on your current and future outcome is enormous. Therefore, in this chapter, we will look into the art and secrets of proper breathing. There was a student who needed help from me urgently. When he walked into my office, he appeared as if something catastrophic had just happened. He attended his regular yoga class one morning, but the class was unusually packed with students, almost double the regular attendance. Therefore, the space was very cramped. Also, the temperature in the studio was very hot that day, which made him feel very claustrophobic. The instructor taught the class some new yoga move, and suddenly he felt as if he could not breathe and that his heart could no longer bear the weight. His entire body became very uncomfortable, but he did not pay much attention to it at the time because he thought the symptom would go away quickly. But when he returned home, his heartbeat became irregular and sporadic, which made him very worrisome. He was also concerned that he might have a serious illness. Due to his physical discomfort and mental distraught, he looked very ill and pale when he came to my office. After listening to his description, I smiled and said, "It's nothing serious. Don't worry too much, otherwise it will create more stress and more unnecessary negative energy." He seemed puzzled and said, "I have been tormented by this discomfort, and you want me not to worry? How can I get rid of this miserable problem quickly? Your irregular heartbeat has caused you much distress. Western doctor would probably want you to get an ECG and other tests. But in my opinion, I do not see that you need to worry too much because I believe that the problem is with your breathing. Your breathing is not smooth, therefore your entire circulation is affected and your irregular heartbeat is a side effect of that. If we can correct your breathing, then what you consider as a serious problem should completely go away. Right now, the question is whether or not you are willing to follow my instruction and practice the correct way of breathing. Thank you.
Okay, I'll continue. This student left my office after listening to my explanations and methods of practice. However, he was very subjective and he thought that my methods were too simple to be effective. At the time, he thought that his health condition was very serious. So how could the problem be solved by a simple breathing technique? He felt that if he had missed the window of treatment, his life would be in danger. Therefore, he decided to seek help from Western doctors afterwards. 2 weeks later, his heart condition was still the same. So he made another appointment to see me. He told me that after he left my office last time, he went to see his family doctor, asking whether the suggestions I gave him could cure his heart condition. His doctor examined him and a series of tests were ordered, and medication was prescribed, but nothing changed. Now, weeks later, he was still not feeling better. So he came back to see me in hopes that my original methods would resolve his health condition this time. After I heard him describe his ordeal, I could not help but smile and feel sad that people tend to think that they are very smart. Their natural instinct of self-preservation leads to many subjective ideas and judgment, and they sometimes ask other people for advice. This is when situations become complicated. If the problem still cannot be solved at the end, it will impact their mind, body, and even family life. After I heard his story, I told him, "You have consulted with your doctor and have tried all types of tests and medication. So mentally, you shouldn't feel any regrets, correct? The right key now is to relieve your physical condition and end your suffering. You have already wasted 2 weeks. If you had followed my suggestion when you first came in, you would have completely resolved all your problems in 3 to 7 days. There is still time, but you must spend more effort in practicing the method I suggested to you. Be decisive and practice these simple methods diligently to cure you of your conditions and discomforts." He went home and followed my advice. A week later, he had regained his health, as I had predicted. He called to tell me that he should have listened to me and followed my methods from the beginning, so that he did not have to waste so much time and energy going around in circles. I have met many people who always prefer to use their own wit and not follow my simple method. In the end, they are still unable to solve their problems because they are trapped by their complicated and subjective mind. Among my students, this type of person makes up for about 1/4 of the group. They have preconceived notions before coming to see me for help, and this subjective opinion acts like a mental wall. No matter what they said or agreed to do while they were in my office, they eventually disregard my advice and end up doing their own thing and following their own mind. Only until they have failed will they come back to seek help again. I believe that this type of behavior is caused by people's characters and values in life. The more you try to persuade them, the more they will follow their own mind, which eventually will cost them precious time and resources. When I encounter this type of person, I always respect their choice because I believe that they will eventually realize the truth after their mistakes and eventually learn what is the best for them. Thank you.
All right, thank you, our reading angels. Yes, the breathing exercise. We think of our master teaching us the breathing exercise is very important. Everywhere you go, you need to breathe. Everywhere you go, you need to see people, and there is a type of energy. If you feel down, you feel tired, you feel sad, the energy field will drop. So by breathing also dropped. So when you are kanchong, when you anxiety, when you feel anxious, your breathing also go haywire. We used to check a pulse rate. So when your breathing is not correct, the pulse rate will drop, or either that goes super, super high. So breathing is our most important in our life every day. Breathing is things that can help us to go through our problems, or either can solve a problem if you breathe it rightly. So Master have taught us how to breathe it in. Normally, when we do our visualizations on Sunday, Master always said let go first, a deep let go. So we have to breathe down to let go and then take a deep breath back in, out again. So when we breathe back out again, Master always tell us to hold. The longer you can hold, but Master breath is very long. When sometimes he hold until really lack of breath already. So when he hold tight and then he start to breathe again, we just follow. By practicing, it actually help us to be more improved for breathing. It's important. So by these things, yes, a person who actually cause sick is also because of the breathing problems, and then they go into too much of anxiety. They are too anxious. It causes their health problems also, and this is also not really due. Yes, in Western, we always like them to go and see a cardiologist, and now seeing a cardiologist is not cheap. once the consultation with all the tests done is about 1,000 plus. That day, my daughters tell me that, wow, she feel a bit chest tight. And then she said she want to see a cardiologist. And she went in for a echo test, the echo test and the ECG. And everything is normal, but the bill came out to 850 just for a consultation and the test. So this is a free things. This is to empower our own energy and breathing. So always follow master step. Once you actually leave your heart opens the door, and then it helps you to actually uplift the health conditions, and it can resolve your health problems also. And many a time we just think that we are right. We don't trust anybody. Like sometimes we see friends, they are really quite sick. That day I actually met a friend, a primary school friend. She tell me that she is not well, but she said, it's good. People will give seat to me. I look sick. I wonder, wow. I'm trying to talk to her, but it also depends whether she want or don't want, because I mainly meet her to because of to introduce her our superlight secret code. But well, the way of talking, you know, when the energy is very low, when the way of talking is also very bad. So 话语都需要能量. We need our energy to talk. And the words come out, we also need our positive energy. So everything we learn, we practice. When we practice, actually, we can share a lot more to our friends. And actually, we can actually, in our medical environment, our medical things, I can also give them more on counseling. So when they start to put into general anesthesia, I always tell them to take a deep breath and then deep right down and then breathe back again. So normally the doctors Western type would ask them to breathe in. It's a different way. So when they let go, you will feel more comfortable. When you breathe in, you feel more tight. The lungs didn't open when you breathe in. So you let go down, the lungs actually expand. You can see the ECG, the thing will just go in. When you breathe deep down, you can see the ECG go down and then come out again. So breathing exercise on our master method is the correct way and very effective. Yeah. So everyone try to practice it every morning. Every morning before we do our step 1, 2, 3, we go through the videos of the breathing exercise. So it's very, very important. 学习, make it more, when we practice more diligently, it make it more easy for us. Yeah, Eileen?
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. And definitely she's one of the best person to give you the analogy, right? Because she's in the medical industry, so she definitely see a lot of ECG reports and things like that. And in fact, it's true. And I think what she said just now about her occurrence that she met her friend, and this is exactly what Master said here, right? I have met many people who always prefer to use their own wit and not follow my simple method. In the end, they are still unable to solve their problems because they are trapped by their complicated and subjective mind. So many of us are always trapped because we have a very subjective mind. And that's exactly why Master always encourage us that we need to have an open mindset. You need to broaden. You need to broaden your mindset. You need to broaden your perspective. But then again, sometimes we cannot blame why people are so subjective. It's definitely due to some experiences that they've gone through, or maybe not experience that they have experienced it themselves, but it could be what they have observed, what they have seen, or it could be something that has happened to their loved ones. So then they become very enclosed. So when you start to become enclosed, that's where you start to complicate things on your own. You start to have a lot of judgment over things. But that's the reason why we always have to encourage everybody to open the door to your heart. If you are willing to open one ear just to listen, maybe one keyword will actually impact your life, right? So it's very, very important to keep reminding ourselves that we, even in this journey, even though we are practicing diligently, we still must be very open. We cannot think that, oh, we are already in this journey for 4 years. I already know. Then that means I'm already having a very subjective mind, because I will have like, oh, if you ask me this, I'll tell you that. If you ask me that, I'll tell you that. But then because we are all still learning, right? Like we always say that even for Rebecca and myself, we are facilitating the session. We are not teaching. Only Master Ted San can teach, right? So that's why we always encourage each other. So we always keep telling ourselves that we need to listen to more testimony, Because as we listen to more testimony, then maybe we have realization, oh yeah, well, what she shared today, actually I faced that problem the other day. Or sometimes some things may be bothering you. Have you find a time that you feel very bothered, but actually you don't know what is bothering you, right? 就觉得很烦欸。But ask you, 为什么你很烦？哎呀，不知道啦，就是很烦啦。A lot of people tell us that. And I think that is very serious problem because you don't even know what is causing yourself to be feeling so depressed. So that's where later when we go into the second book, that's where we will share a little bit more. So at this point of time, we're going to invite a sharer. She hardly stand up to do her sharing. So it's very, very, really a very great opportunity for us to be able to invite her. But she's always quietly supporting the team behind. She's already very long in this system, but she's always very long supporting behind to ensure every event is good. And every Sunday, if you walk in, you will sure see her because she's the one who sit there and collect the money and register for you. So let's welcome Cass. Yes.
Gratitude to Master Teck San, gratitude to Universe. Good evening, everyone. My name is Cassandra. You can call me Cass in short. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm not a good sharer on that. Okay, I'll just try my best. Okay. Cass started to learning Super Life Secret Code back in 2019. So after I attending the sharing in LLI, okay, that time I have a friends from JP that invited invited me to attend the sharing. So after attending the sharings, right, it's actually I feel very touched by the life-changing story that shared by the sharer during that events. And then I started to, the week after, then I started to attend the class session like today's. Yeah. Actually, before that, 1 or 2 years before I attended the sharing, I actually received the Super Life Secret Code book and the Fountain of Healings from a friend from JB also. He passed me the books and I did read the books at the time. Yeah, it's just at that point of time, actually with another system. So I didn't really explore much on the book. And the friends who passed me the book also, who just new to the system also. So he did not share much with me about Super Life Secret Code. Okay. So after I attended the sharing in LI and I started to go to classroom, attended the session, the study sessions, right? And I found I realized that actually there's a lot of treasures hidden inside the Super Life Secret Code book. Yeah, it's just that at the point of time, and when I read it, I really connected with what I have shared inside the book. It's just that I didn't further explore further much on the book. So it just, yeah, after finish it, I just leave the book aside. Yeah, and continue with my existing system at the point of time. Yeah. So after I started attended the class, the classroom, and then I get to know more about Super Life Secret Code. Then I actually, yeah. So after I attended the class, when I got back home, I actually quickly searched for the book and I read all over again for the Super Life Secret Code book. And at the point of time, I was not working because I'm still looking for a job. And then, so I attended the class regularly. And then, so after like 1-2 weeks, I attended the study session. I felt that my heart began to like tremble. Yeah, because that before I actually attended the sharing session at LI, I had actually registered for a workshop under the previous system. Yeah, and I have paid for it for the workshop. It's a like 2-3 days workshop to be held in KL. And yeah, it cost me about I think a few thousand ringgit. Yeah. Okay, so after I attended this the class in get to know more about Super Life Secret Code, I actually began. I felt that I have a strong inner resistance that towards that not to go for to this workshop. Yeah, but then I already paid for the workshop. Yeah. So one day after I practicing, after I finish practice step 1, 2, 3, and then I also singing the 感恩四句偈. Then I took the courage that to WhatsApp message to the teacher. Then I sincerely expressed to her that my heart is not willing to attend the workshop anymore. Yeah. But very soon that then I received a message, a reply from her admins. Then she informing me that she willing to actually refund me the fee and just deducted the 500 admin charge. Yeah, I was completely really relieved for that and grateful for her understanding on that. Yeah. So from there on, actually, 2019 actually is kind of life changing for me because at the point of time I'm before that I actually I went through in midlife crisis and actually also have faced some challenges in career switch. Okay, things doesn't go smooth for me. Yeah, then and actually got lost and don't know how to move forwards. Yeah, until and then at the point of time, also I don't have the urge to also looking for a new job. And then until I almost like depleted my savings, and then that's come the urge for me to look for a job. Yeah. Okay. So after 2019, actually after get to know, I started to learn Super Life Secret Code. Then I actually joined the workshop in KL in 2019. One is in July and another one is in December. Okay. So before the event in December, I actually I received two job offer from, after I started practicing Super Life Secret Codes. And then, I started my new job after I attended the second event in December. And then until now, I still holding to that job. Yeah, I feel grateful to that. Okay. So one of the greatest realizations are that I through my journey of learning the Super Life Secret Code is basically actually is the understanding of the positive and the negative energies, which is shape our blessing and the misfortune. Yeah, and also that and also that through my these journeys, right? Actually, I also got Super Life Secret Code actually guided me to develop my right mindsets, because before that actually don't have a right mindset that lead me to a smooth life. Actually, I compared to others, actually I'm blessed that I'm not have a very in major crisis, not say the major crisis challenges are not, it just all is within me. It's how I perceive things. Yeah, it's all within heart, like what teachers Master Teck San says, of within our heart is lead to us to all these problem, the issues. Yeah. So by learning the Super Life Secret Code, actually we have a correct mindset, the thoughts, and then better logic thinking, and then it lead me to have a smooth life, and a lot of technique, the methods that we learn it through in the Super Life Secret Code actually also help to overcome a lot of challenges like we do whenever we have a setback or have any challenges. I have a mind switching to overcome that. Yeah, it's helped me a lot in our workspace also with dealing with a colleague also. And also I love the song. I love a song composed by Master Texan. It's actually, yeah, will have a healing effects for me. Then after that, I no more actually don't listen to a lot of so-called Hong Chen, the song from the Hong Chen also. Yeah. So since 2019, I did never miss any workshop that, yeah, Master Texan, the major event workshop since 2019 until now. And I have been to attended the workshop in Taiwan for twice for the past 2 years, for 2 years. And this year, I'm grateful that I have a opportunity to attend the learning trips in US also, sometime in May. Yeah, it's a yeah, I think I stop sharing here first. Yeah, thank you for Rebecca for the invitations. Yeah, thank you.
Are you sure? Thank you, Cass. Yes, very clear, very details on the sharing. So simple, and she is always be smiling and sitting at the back. And then for any event, she is the one as a volunteer. So quietly doing from the backstage. Yes, thank you, Cass. There's a lot of things to share, I'm sure, because has been quite long here. And then you will see her unless that she go for her back to her hometown. When I see, hey, where is Cass? Maybe she's either back from hometown. If not, she's always here. Either that she go to work and then she come into the class, see her oftenly, and then she always sitting at the counter there. Yes, talk about the founding, actually enrolling to another system, and then something have connected her, and then advise her have another talk and not to go. This happens quite many times to other people also, because somehow we have another member who actually in other system. I think what they do is they planting seed. They plant seeds every day, so they have to pay every time. Then got one of the day she received the supervised secret code. Something in her mind tell her that to switch to change another system. So from there, she received the abundance from the universe. And she actually learns a lot from our master, like me. When on the way to work, suddenly a song pop up from the YouTubes and tell me that can 邀你幸福. From there, I start my supervised secret code journey. The journey in supervised secret code is not difficult. It's very easy. It just follow and learns. And like everyone here, we will do our homework of 14 steps. And then the most importantly, why we always gratitude to other people. We send love and gratitude because it can uplift our energy, our positive energy, and easily connect to the universe. So we have the technique, we have the tools. And this is the training, can say that it's a training or either that a tuition class for us. Every weekly we come here to learn and then to share. So by sharing, we know that everyone come here, they may have some story, they have met some problems. So once they can actually, what we say is that open a heart, open a door to our heart. So sincerely practice our master step. So it will actually break through. Most of them can break through. And especially on the Sunday class, master used to give us a lot of 红尘中的困境. So it can help us to break the problems. Yeah, Eileen?
Yes,
Thank you.
indeed. So you see, the sharing session that Cass mentioned is actually our 分享会. So we have one upcoming 幸福经营成就分享会. I'm sure everybody wants to receive blessing. Everybody wants to be a happy person. Everybody wants to have a lot of prosperity. But all this needs to be initiated by ourselves, right? We need to be the one to step forward to grab all these blessings that is pouring upon by the universe. If we are always the very virtual person, a very kind-hearted person. So upcoming in December 6th in our LTC classroom. So we have this session and we have Rebecca. Okay, she's one of the sharer. And of course, you may say, I hear before already, but she has got more things to share for sure. Okay, because ever since the last, in fact, I I always feel very close with her because the first time I stepped up on a stage to do sharing when I first joined Super Life Secret Code back in 2022, we were in the same session in LLI. So I heard her story, she heard my story for the first time. So since then, I just feel that very connected with her, right? So, and we grow together a lot in this whole journey. So Rebecca has got amazing story. So if you have anyone who have problems with your child, anyone with problem with your in-laws, you need to hear her story. Okay, and she has another level up story to share also. And of course, we have Qing Shi, we have also Joyce, and we are so glad we invited Ken and Joanne from Malaysia, from KL. All right, so you always see this couple running around in a lot of events. They are the hosts on the Tuesday night 原来富有可以很简单 abundance host since more than coming to 2 years already. They've been hosting together with our Yin Yun Zhang. So they are coming live in person in Singapore. Okay, very grateful for them. They're flying in that morning to share and they're flying back home that very same time. So can you imagine, to them, opportunity to come to share is a valuable opportunity for them. So that's more, we want to cherish the time we can actually invite more friends to listen to this young, powerful couple. And in fact, lately, just very recent, okay, Ken has actually received, okay, top 3 award in his property industry in Malaysia. Yeah, so he has got amazing story to share. He also will share with us how he and the wife overcome all their challenges, and they are really a very, I always see they are a very energetic couple, right? Very, very energetic. And we went together in the journey to US. Yeah, so it's very fun to have this for this couple of around because though they are younger than us, but I see a lot of inspiration in them. Yeah, and they are really a fighter ahead. And they truly demonstrate to me that if you want to do something, nothing can actually stop them. Yeah. So, and of course, credited to them, they are the one behind the whole thing of 寻宝秘籍, the quest treasure. So don't forget, 寻宝秘籍 is still on, even though we don't log in every night 9:30 on Zoom anymore. It's on the website. So if you want to go back to get some foundation, or you have friends who have not read Super Life Secret Code, especially in the Chinese context, they want to read the book together, ask them to go to our website under 寻宝秘籍. You can follow through for 14 days. Okay, so and every session there's a chapter reading together, there is a testimony sharing together, so we can have a lot. So you see there is so many things out there, as what Master shared with us last Sunday. The AI technology is revolving, but are we afraid that AI will surpass us? Some people are afraid. But as a member of Super Life Secret Code, Master encourages us that we should not be afraid because we should be the one that is managing this technology. Right? AI is smart. We may not be able to outsmart a technology, but we are able to actually grow with technology. You still need to have human, right? Yeah, so we need to capitalize on AI in the right way. So do not be afraid that, because AI come, jialat already, I'm going to lose my job. Why not look at it the other way? With AI come, I become a more elite person in the office. Maybe I used to be a secretary. My boss don't need me to type things anymore. But if I can demonstrate other skills that I have, maybe from a secretary, I'll be promoted to become a sales director. Or I can be promoted to become an operations COO. Because actually a secretary in a company knows a lot how the operation works, right? The secretary always go with the bosses for a lot of events, a lot of meetings. So actually you know exactly how the internal processes, everything work. So your knowledge is there. It's just that maybe you didn't have the chance to put this knowledge into a real life situation. So why don't we look at it that way? Instead of thinking that, I'm jialat already, got AI, don't need me secretary, my boss don't need me to do this, don't need me to do that. Then we should capitalize on the situation. So continuously upgrading ourselves with the skill set is also very important, right? So never be afraid of AI. AI has already been there so many years. It's just that recently it become, but the only thing that I don't appreciate is that now when I look at the news, I don't know they are real news or they are fake news.
That's the thing.
Yeah, and it's so real until I doubt myself, is this real or is this fake?
Yeah.
And then you realize that sometimes maybe we are out of a little bit of curiosity, maybe we lack a little bit of wisdom for that moment, we click into some videos, then not only kena scam, more AI videos keep popping up. in your social media until you get confused. You're in a confused state of mind because you do not know, am I in the right era? Is this really true? So until we start to doubt a lot of situations. So that's the reason why the more we need to keep ourselves being upgraded, right? So even though we don't want to hear negative news, but we need to selectively still know what is happening in the world. We every time learn a lot of news from Master. He's the one who tell us a lot of things. Yeah, but then again, if we have wisdom, we know what to choose. We know what to click on in the social media. So never be afraid of AI. We need to capitalize on AI technology. We need to grow beyond what AI can. AI can have a lot of methods, a lot of things they can help us to streamline. They can cut down processes for us. But if we use it correctly, it actually helps in our work. It actually helps in our work. It helps me a lot in my work. Yeah. So everything is possible. Most importantly is like what Cass said just now, do not have a subjective mind. So even for her, she said she don't feel have a lot of challenges in life, probably just waiting to find a right job. But then she opened the door to her heart. She gave herself an opportunity. And then again, all this is a lot of things is a cause and effect. Could be in a past life, she already has crossed path with Master Ted Sun. So this time round, 就是注定 needs to come in here to continue her cultivation journey. Yeah, so this is my first time hearing her full story. Like I say, because she always very quietly, humbly behind, do her things, and she always say yes. And we hope one day she and the choir team will be on stage once again to bring us song, because at one time we have a group of choir, right? Yeah, but this time round, in 幸福经营成就分享会, we also have a group of people coming up to sing, right, Amy?
Amy?
Yeah. So for those who have joined the every Sunday 5 session classes, right, 以歌传爱, so they're going to perform for us during this session itself. So try not to miss. If you can, bring more friends. Entry is complimentary, and we have prepared sumptuous buffet for you also. All right, so do join us. And of course, this is one of very good event that you can invite your friend to hear from this four sharer, and maybe it will touch their heart and they will be able to join us in the December event.
Yeah.
All right, so having said so much, so today we are very excited because we're going to start this new book. Okay, for those who have the book, can we share after this? Yeah. So for those who have the book, you'll be good to bring your own book every week. If you don't have the book, and if you are able to self-purchase, let us know. But if you have difficulty, no problem. Write the name on your book that you have tonight. Bring it home with you. Okay, bring it home with you so that because we already have all the books already printed, and we want to have, because I feel it's always more connected if you have your own book. Okay, so write your name on it. And then before we start reading, I'm going to first show you a video. Okay, so in fact, we know Master is a 3 times nominee of a Nobel Peace Prize Award, and it's actually because of this book, Say No to Depression. So let's hear an introductory video.
Hi, my name is Ken Jones, and on behalf of the Peace Research Institute, I would like to congratulate Master Ted Sun for being nominated for the 2022 Nobel Peace Prize. Our world has been facing a multitude of challenges, whether it's natural disasters, social, economic, or political issues. The root of the problems all stem from humans. Now, Master Ted Sun believes that we must not band-aid these issues. And if we want peace and harmony in the world, personal happiness must be fulfilled. If people live in pain and sadness, the conflict between one another will not end. Therefore, over the last 10 years, Master Ted Sun has traveled around the world promoting the Super Life Secret Codes system to help people achieve personal happiness. One of his most successful and impactful works is Say No to Depression, a book that helps people cure depression by managing their emotions and eliminating chaos and negative energy. The people who have practiced the methods of Say No to Depression have regained health and happiness. If more people in the world lived happily, their positive energy can transform the whole planet. Master Ted Sun's dedication to mankind is truly incredible. I want to honor and thank him for his compassion and hard work. Once again, congratulations to Master Ted Sun for his Nobel Peace nomination, and I wish him success with the A Peaceful Life global concert.
Yes, indeed, right? Yes, let's congratulate Master Ted Sun. Wow. Yes, in fact, back then, when I first got introduced to this system, this is one of the video that actually also caught me curious to find out about more how supervised secret code system can actually help us. All right, so we're going to go straight into the reading of this book. So we have Mr. Siu and Adeline. So we'll first read the book cover, followed by the back cover, and then we will look at the first introduction of
Author.
the book of
Author
author.
forward.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
So
Mr. Siu
let's
and Adeline.
begin. Yes. Reads together. Super Life Secret Code.
Super Life Secret Code
Says
says
no
no
to
to
depressions.
Everything you need to know about
depressions
and
and
how
how
to
to
beat
beat
it
it
by
Master
Master
Ted
Ted Sun.
Stunt. The back of the cover book. Super
Super Life
Secret
Secret
Code.
Codes
Say
no
to
to
depression. Share
shares
everything about depression
depression and clarifies that many unexplained illness when there are root causes. If you do not change, energy will not shift. Ultimately, you will be stuck. Many people belong to a high-risk group that potentially can suffer from depressions, and there is a good chance that you and I are one of them. The rapid modernization of society, which is not parallel to spiritual development, has caused more and more people to plunge into depression. This book provides the secrets, a simple practice to activate your innate self-healing superpower that will liberate you from years of stored energy and pain.
by
At one
Dr.
time or another, about half of us will experience some kind of mental health or emotional problems, and many will turn to a doctor for help and support. I recommend reading this book as it contains the essential tools needed to overcome challenges in life.
All right. Yeah. This writer, Dr. Yo Gek Bi, he's also a Super Life Secret Code member. She's a doctor, is a neurology. She's in Penang. Yeah. We have her Facebook and she's under Super Life Secret Code. Maybe one day we get her to share. Yeah. So now we are going to
Let's turn to
start.
page 10.
Yes.
第10页.
Author forward,
Yes.
page 10.
So we must read slowly and then enjoy the words, every single words. Let's begin, Mr. Siu.
Okay.
Miss
Everybody
Tioman.
ready? Okay.
Page 10.
Yeah, page 10.
No, cover 读了。现在第10面介绍导师。
对，
好，
correct.
谢谢。
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll start reading. In the 21st century, people in science and technology focus on developing products to benefit the well-being of all humans. However, more and more people have developed depression and bipolar disorder, and many illnesses have derived from depression. So far, the development and results of treatment for this critical issue is extremely limited, and patients continue to struggle even after seeing top medical doctors. A lot of people are feeling helpless and miserable. So many of their families also suffer as they witness treatment after treatment, all failing to cure or improve depressions. Even with tremendous amount of money and resources allocated to this illness, there are not many effective antidepressant drugs or feasible solutions that have significantly help patients. I have witnessed too many cases of depressions destroying a person's life, and I feel obligated to write this book to explain the truth about depressions, what it really is, the cause of depression and solution for it. This will be the most complete explanation of depression that the world has ever been given. In 2014, I was given the Say No to Depression lecture at the Richest Life Center in the USA, and I thoroughly explained and analyzed the problems associated with depression and bipolar disorder. Everyone was surprised to find that the root cause of the problem is due to an unbalanced energy field. In short, a healthy person should have 100% positive energy, but because of life experiences and other various reasons, his energy field falls below 50%, which then induces depression that causes damage to his mind, body, and soul. In the Say No to Depression book, I will step by step explain the cause, structure, changes, and even solution to depression. I also want to point out that energy plays an important role in one's life. I intend to share everything I know, withholding absolutely nothing. I must be honest that this theory is beyond human knowledge and is based on universal truth and wisdom that I have converted to the simplest human narrative. To analyze the correspondent relationship, structure, and mode of operation of the big universe and the small universe. This messaging helps the world change the existing perceptions of depression and uses simple words to help people understand quickly to avoid wasting time, money, and energy on treatments that do not work. In recent years, around the world, I have met many people who are suffering from depression or bipolar disorder, but those who follow my methods have recovered successfully. These people are proof that the Say No to Depression theories are based on actual case studies and the results are empirical evidence. I hope someday this set of theories that I have put forward can spread all over the world so people no longer suffer this illness and waste unnecessary time and energy with empty prescriptions that lead to nightmares and regrets. I sincerely hope that once the Say No to Depression book is introduced, it will be a shining light, guiding the world and giving great help so depression and related illness can be cured.
Continue. My other book, Super Life Secret Codes, had shared to the world the importance of balancing positive and negative energy and how this affect a person's present life and future. This is extremely critical to every second in life, and the impact is far beyond your wildest imagination. The reader of the books who have been enlightened have already created a successful blueprint for the future. Unfortunately, there are still many people who do not have the affinity with this book and are still searching. If you have an opportunity to encounter this book, the remedies to the roots of all problems, do not underestimate the simple words used in the book, and I hope that you will grasp and cherish the meaning and importance of this book and the effects on your life. Over the year, with my sincere belief that the universe has love and everything exists with love, I have shared the universe truth in the forms of books, song, lecture, and curriculum. My goal is to help people learn the concept and methods to have a happy, meaningful life. Only when life is full of hopes, happiness, and abundance can people have a clear path to a better future. Therefore, whatever the reasons today you encounter this book, I sincerely invite you to learn the Super Light Secret Code system and let us connect with each other to spread positive energy
to everyone in the world. When you realize that many of your needs are hard to come by and you are cherish this one and applies it in your life, then health, family success, social harmonies, and the ideas of a perfect world will no longer be wishful thinking or a dream. So through your efforts and sincere practice, you can retain true happiness. I hope all readers in the world can feel my sincerity and understand the common purpose of all mankind for the future. I also invite you to read my readings and listen to my song at your leisure. If you are looking for a more advanced program, you are more than welcome to join my lecture and courses. You will be amused to find the happiness in rights. It is right in front of you, and you can have a life of no regrets and extraordinary achievement. With sincerity, I believe that we can collectively build a better world for today and the future. Master Ted Sun, October 2018.
Nevada, USA.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you to our reading angel. Wow. Having listened to this part, right? So the key word that I actually brought up is the root cause of the problem is due to an imbalanced energy field, right? So when we are healthy, we are at 100% positive energy. But because of our life experiences and other various reasons, the energy field can fall below 50%, which then induces depression that causes damage to the mind, body, and soul. So many a times it's because of our energy field. So then we feel low mood. So your mood go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. You don't want to see people, you don't want to talk to people, you only want a four wall, you only want darkness. That's very easy, you're going to go into depression. All right, so we're going to hear from some past testimony of how people have actually shared some introduction of how Superlife Secret Code can have actually helped them walk out of depression. So let's look at the screen. We'll share.
Did you know that 35% of adults with depression are not getting treatment? Did you know depression is like a weed? If you don't pull the roots, it will come back. In 2020, research showed that 1 in every 3 American adults were affected by depression. In modern society, more and more individuals have developed depression than ever before. Nevertheless, the results of treatment for this critical issue are limited, and even after seeking medical help, many people continue to struggle. We live in a fast-paced society, and our energy is constantly challenged by this high-pressure environment. Due to these complex reasons, many people's energy is dissipated, which causes a high prevalence of depression. In fact, our mind, body, and soul are like light bulbs that need energy to light up. Only then can we be energized and healthy. Otherwise, we will feel gloomy and unbalanced, which leads to mental health problems. Say No to Depression by Master Ted Sun, who is a world-leading expert in energy management, teaches you everything you need to know about depression and how to remove the root cause.
There were times I didn't sleep for 5 days straight. After reading the book, Say No to Depression, I noticed that my emotions and my health were improving. My insomnia problem went away, and I felt no shortness of breath. And I am amazed by the Say No to Depression book.
I've been taking depression medication for more than 10 years. Many times I've tried to stop the medication, but my symptoms, they would just come back. I applied the methods in the book. Amazingly, I quickly noticed that my mood started to improve. But now I know, by managing my energy correctly, I finally feel that I've gained control of my life.
I come from a family who has a long list of people that suffer from depression. I went from doctor to doctor, and I did countless treatments, and nothing was really working for me. After applying the things that I learned from the Say No to Depression book, I noticed that I could gain control of my emotions. I stopped hallucinating. I didn't have any more intrusive thoughts, and within 3 months, I could stop taking my medication.
Whether you are someone who has depression, has a family history of depression, or dealing with stress and insomnia, Say No to Depression has the solution for you. Say No to Depression has helped tens of thousands of people around the world overcome depression and regain happiness. If you have tried everything, but nothing worked, Say No to Depression can help you.
Yes. Did you see from the start research shows that 1 in every 3 American adults have depression. That's a very scary number. All right, so at this point of time, we want to do a little exercise. Can I have the slides on the screen, please? Okay, let's go to the first page. Go back to the first page, Sui. All right, so we are in a session of studying group, right? So we want to do some exercise together of understanding depression. Let's go to the next slide. So what is depression? Depression is a common but serious mood disorder. It affects how you feel, how you think, and how you handle your daily activities such as your sleeping, eating, and working. You realize that people with depression, first thing they tell you, I cannot sleep. Because they have a lot of anxiety in them actually. Then they just feel that everything is not right. Then some of them, even I think they're afraid to sleep. But some of them want to sleep so much, but no matter how they force themselves, they cannot sleep. Then they end up hallucinating a lot of things, start to imagine a lot of things. Then they start to see a lot of things and they start to create a lot of visuals in them. And that may be a false illusion that give them a false hope in life also. All right, and people who have, maybe will have problem eating. I've seen a lot of people with depression losing weight because they got no appetite. Whatever food they come, they also cannot eat because they just feel so depressed. Then they don't know how to appreciate food because they cannot even mobilize the level of gratefulness of food that they have because they're feeling so depressed. And of course, working. When you're depressed, it affects our work. Don't talk about depressed. Sometimes when we grow up, a bit moody only, it affects your work. But when you imagine people who are depressed, they can't even work. It comes to some stage that they want to hide away from everything. They just feel that they are safer if they are in their own corner. They are safer maybe just sitting in the toilet, right? So a lot of things can impact when you have depression. So it's more than just feeling sad. It involves a persistent sense of hopelessness and loss of interest. People who are depressed, they feel very helpless. They just feel like my world is ending. I cannot sleep. And suddenly, if I can sleep, I wake up, I feel so helpless because when I wake up, I'm not in the right mood of state that I can't do any work. So you feel very, very helpless. So you feel that you are not needed in this world. So we have seen so many cases, right? People who are depressed, they end up how? Taking their own life. Because they feel so depressed. They feel that the world is ending. Then unknowingly, they may walk to the top of the building and then they just choose to end their life. Okay, so it's a loss of interest of a lot of things. You see people who are depressed, they are like quite sometimes at days. Nothing interests them because their world, it seems to have a lot of darkness. And from my observation, they have a lot of imagination of things in their own world. Okay, so let's look at the next slide again. So let's do a simple exercise. At this moment, we want to use one song. Okay, with one song, write down 3 things that often make you feel depressed. Maybe we say make you feel moody or make you feel just unhappy. Okay, because we want to have a bit of awareness. Awareness of our emotions, what are the things that can actually trigger us so that we can better see the root to the problem. Okay, so awareness is actually the first step towards a lot of it because you need to be aware of the situation, right? It's just like you want to you want to do something, you need to be aware of what you want to do. So this is a first step. So let's take a moment of time. For those who want to do it in your handphone, you can use your handphone, you can message yourself, open your note page. For those who think you want to write so that you can see clearer, let's pass this paper out. For those who needs the pen, you can have it on. Okay, don't be shy. Because why? We need to face reality. Maybe you say, Eileen, you're crazy, I'm not depressed, right? Yeah, I'm not saying that we are depressed, but this exercise can help us see through some moment. All right, so you can do it on your phone or write on a paper. What are the 3 things that often make you feel depressed? Okay, let's have our song in the background. Yeah. This one cannot be discussing, right? It won't make you feel depressed because you won't know. So you know yourself the best. Yeah. 我们尝试写下来3样东西会让你每天感到很失望，是很忧郁，心情很不好，很绝望，觉得好像没有东西可以帮到你的，这个世界已经是很绝望。 什么东西？可能 it could be something that happened to your work life. That it happens so often that it will make you feel very depressed of the situation.
Helps me move forward. Life is no longer stranded.
You use your phone to write. You can write it on the paper.
The world is grand. Life is in my hands.
If you yourself don't have that, maybe you have seen someone around you that is in a depressed situation, and someone close to you that you always feel is always very depressed. Maybe what are the things that affect this person to be very depressed? Very tough question. You can discuss among each other. Yeah, it's a very tough question. What are the things that make you feel depressed? Maybe it says that, oh, every time I go to exercise, I cannot complete the 10 cardio stations in 40 minutes. I feel very depressed. Or maybe I always go to a cooking class. I can never bake a perfect cake. The texture of the cake makes me feel very depressed. Or maybe someone who is schooling, I can never score A1. That makes you depressed. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath.
Reminds me to move forward. Time is ticking and slipping.
You remember what are the things that make you feel?
Love always reminds me.
As we read just now, right? It's very important to find the root. So maybe we are not the one with the problem, but people around you don't have the problem. Then we know in better way how we can actually help them work out of depression. Certain things
a voice in my heart.
Something that is quite impactful to you, that it can affect you for a few days. Because when you have a prolonged level of lowness, slowly it grows and it grows and it grows. That's where we go into.
Life is in my hands. Love always helps me.
There's no right or wrong. It could be something that you're just feeling that help you.
Always cultivate before
every day, I always think I want to sleep 8 hours, but I will only end up sleeping 4 hours. I feel very depressed. Yes, some people feel that way, right? I cannot have all of these. I feel very depressed. I feel very all these things will aggravate, will accumulate.
Let's get together. Straight forward.
When shared with you, nowadays we have insomnia. Feel depressed, right? No. Very good. Don't feel depressed because you're still feeling very positive. If you have got nothing to make you feel depressed, congratulations, means you're very happy person. But could be something that crossed your mind before. Maybe before you join Super Life Legal Code, there were things that made you depressed. It's okay to have nothing. It's just an exercise to trigger ourselves to think.
Love always reminds me to move forward. Winds blow and clouds come and go. Love always reminds me to move forward.
The last 2 weeks I trying to
Happiness in my hands. Life is so great. Love always reminds me to move forward.
Always there's a try, but don't be
Time passes,
more negative you are, you
victory.
So imagine if Rebecca don't have psychological support. She will feel more and more depressed. Why? Because she feels as a daughter, she's not very helpless. She cannot convince the dad to go to seek for consultation.
Love always reminds me to move forward. Endless happiness makes my life so grand. An
Too many things.
amazing
Too many things that make you sad.
is always in my hands.
Maybe more than 是一个提升啊。
花了多少钱？花了多少钱？你去学英语？
就在这边学英语，
在这边学英语，
在这边学英语。
哦，OK，good，
Yeah， 他来这边学英语。
对，他是这边学，
因为他没有得
他
去
之前
付费去学英语，
嗯
所以你看又省钱又提升，很
Yes
好。Yeah，
，so
all right.
bilingual 都
So it's just an exercise to trigger our thought,
Yes，
right? Like for me, right now, I'm not depressed, of course, but when I look at my mother-in-law, I feel she's very depressed. She's very weak. Every other week she has hallucination. She will tell us she see things, she see people walking at night. Every other evening, she will tell the son, can you call the ambulance because I cannot breathe? But when someone in the 80s tell you, can you call ambulance? I cannot breathe. As a children, we panic because we don't know what's inside her, really cannot breathe or cannot breathe. So 2 nights ago, she insisted to go to a hospital. So I've got, my husband has got 3 brothers. So I was about to sleep and he came to the room and says that I need to go to CGH now. I say, why? He said, Mom, go to hospital. And this year she has been admitted 2 times already. So when she went to the hospital, they went for a check. Actually, there's nothing wrong. But they were telling me that she felt so depressed because then we asked her, what's wrong with you? What did you feel? She said she cannot breathe. Because right now she has, I think already her muscles are weakened. So her airway is always blocked. Then when you lie down, you sleep, right? You thought you cannot breathe. So she's in that kind of stage that sometimes when I observe her, when I go over on a Sunday night, it gets us very worried. Okay, because if she don't have a social life, I think she will go into depression. So the doctor always tells us, you need to let her have more social life. She needs to have more engagement with people. If not, when she's alone with my father-in-law, who is also very old, with hearing problem, can hear, cannot hear, 2% talk, also cannot talk properly, with a helper that you cannot communicate properly. So she starts to feel very helpless because she used to be someone, a very active mother-in-law. Every Sunday she cooked for us to eat. Then suddenly after her 2 operations, because of her back, her spine, she's like now at this kind of position. Walk also cannot walk properly. You go out, you have to be helped. And very grateful that she has got very 4 filial sons. My husband, every Tuesday, bring her for therapy. He's the one who helped her to the toilet, wash her up, everything. So, but she feel very helpless. So when I look at her every time Sunday, when I see, I feel she feel very depressed. Because why? As a mother who bring up the 4 children, she become a very helpless person. So these are the things that I spotted. And then when we brought her to the doctor, and then the doctor says that it could be depression, it could be a sign of dementia. Then that's where I realized that, oh, someone, when they're in the stage of dementia, they can forget how to breathe. Yeah, so when the doctor told us that, we say, dementia 不是忘记我没有吃饭了. I cannot recognize who, cannot know how to go home. But the doctor did some tests on her and tell us that it's because she forgotten that there's something called you can swallow, you can breathe through your mouth. And she always has this problem that she always needs to spit out her saliva.
Then we ask her solo, 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 solo. But the more you ask her solo, 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 I see her already in daze, very stressed. Yeah, then we realize that it's because she forgotten. So she starts to feel very helpless. So at this kind of stage, we identify the problem, and that's where we as children, we say that we need to go and see her more often. We need to give her more social activity so that she will not sit there watching a TV, but there's no sound. So every time I worry, Mommy, 你在看什么？这个戏很久了。那些做什么？很久了。So she couldn't even tell me what she's watching. Time, and that's where I feel that I look at her, I think it's a state of going to depression. Yeah, because they feel very helpless already. So that's where you need to identify the root to your own problem. So, but because she's at her age, for those who have attended a lot of 星空夜语 Starry Night, we hear a lot of students asking masters question about their old folks. So master always tell us that at this point of time, we just have to send blessing. 我们只能祝福, right? We cannot expect miracle overnight. So we can only keep sending her blessing. So every time I see her, I send blessing. So every time I go to the house, sometimes I will quietly play the 感恩四句句 because the whole family come from different system. So in order for me not to offend anybody, so sometimes I will quietly play. Like I go to the hospital and see her, I'll play 感恩四句句. I will play master song for her. She listened the whole song, then she say, 男孩子唱的. I say, yeah, 男孩子唱的，这是我的导师. So and that's why I find that we need to be aware. This way they say that awareness is the first step towards healing. If you're not even aware of your own situation, you don't know how to seek help. You don't know what method you need to use. So you need to uncover, right? So Super Life Secret Code and Say No Depression is like a very good combination.
Yeah.
It's a good combination because say no to depression, when you have depression, it's all because your energy is very, very low. And Super Life Secret Code tell us how to balance off our positive and negative energy. So it's good if you don't have anything that make you feel depressed, but if you have things to make you feel depressed, then why don't work on those items?
There is a method.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Super Life Secret Code, there is methods.
Yes.
We always think of John Nian.
Yes.
What Master tell us, and then we need to 营造.
Yes.
So the very, very important key.
Very important. So maybe things that you have write down, you go back, turn it around. Turn it around with level of love, level of gratefulness. Practice it and switch this thing around. So if there's maybe today you identify, there's 10 things make me very depressed. Or maybe not the word depressed, too strong. 10 things that make me unhappy, right? Then you can minus off, eliminate. The more you can eliminate, the more you feel very carefree. Yeah. But then you also have to make sure that even when you feel carefree, you are carefree still with emotion. You cannot be a state that you are carefree until 你麻木. Then you got no love, you got no gratitude. You just find it's like an empty box, 空盒子. Then it's also dangerous, right? So everything is about a balance. So first we need to be able to understand ourselves. So that's why I asked you to do the exercise last week. Look at the mirror, tell yourself, 美，我爱你. Yeah, tell yourself that. Call your own name. It's very important because you're talking to your own soul also, right? Send more love to yourself. Then you're able to really work on a lot of things to help make your life happier. All right, Clever, you have got something to share? Yes.
Advice then. Because since your mother-in-law is in that, so I was thinking not myself, but my father, because I know that the doctor hasn't given the formal diagnosis, but believe he is definitely, for very, very sure, he's suffering low mood and potentially consider medication for depression, right? So, but how do you help him? Because for me, it's like I try to ask him, what would you like to do? What would make you happy? Can you tell me? So I realized then yesterday morning, he tell me, because his blood sugar has been horrible, 20 something, and what have you. And then yesterday he told me, 10, and then he was quite proud of it. Although it's still bad, right? But it's like, by his standard, borderline okay already. Because the doctor say for him between 4 to 10 all acceptable. So he was quite happy.
It's just a supplement. See, what we can help is we are not able to give you a medical advice because we are still giving some like what we call a supplementary to help you to just what we have faced and what we have actually solved by this thing. Yes, old age is due to all old age. It is not everyone needs to be down with depressions. It's just that their mind, their soul, their spiritual is not in line. So in the old age, they happens oftenly, even we see more in the hospital. And it's just that we need to have a technique because we are in supervised secret code that what master taught us that there is a special technique that we can actually solve their problem into 大事化小, make it more a smaller problems. So Eileen,
Yes, I think to also share a bit with Clara, particularly how I actually handle my mother-in-law when I see those situations, is I will always tell her things that she likes to hear. Because when I tell her things that she likes to hear, she's happy, right? So, and it comes to a time that sometimes I also think that she not only depressed, she also starts to have dementia, which I observe. Because the son just came to see her yesterday and she would tell me, 他们没有来. Yeah, so these are a lot of symptoms, right? So then I will always say, oh, 他还没有来啊，等一下他就来了. So I will switch around. Okay, I think I'm very grateful because of Superlife Secret Code. I learned to practice the art of speaking, right? So I tend to say things that makes her happy. And I keep reminding my husband and my brother-in-law, don't stress her out. Because for them, they feel like giving her social activity means bring her out. But when we bring her out, actually she's very stressed. Because first, she's concerned wait, she want to go toilet. Wait, what happened if she dirty her pants? She go out, she realized that, wait, suddenly she got that attack. She always tell us, when 他来了,我不会控制. But until now, we don't know what she mean when 他来了. So what is the 他来了? So when this thing happened to her, she will be like that, you know. She can hold the fork and spoon and stay still for easily 10-15 minutes. But she's still able to acknowledge you, but just that she can't move and can't do anything. So it's a very panicky, right? So the first time we experienced that was during reunion dinner this year. So we were like, what happened to her? We almost want to call ambulance. But then I told them, it's okay, give her time, give her space. So I always tell my husband, don't bring her to places that she's not familiar with. Because when they go to a foreign places, sometimes we thought, 好意啊. I bring you to go and see certain place that you have not been, but a new place may be stressful to her in the end. So I will choose to bring her to places that she is comfortable with, places that she's very familiar with, because she knows if she needs something, where can she go to? Like, it's very simple thing like that. That's the reason why my dad, this whole year, he didn't want to step out of the house, not even going to the hospital for his medical checkup. So I managed and became very, very blessed. I managed to get Home Nursing Foundation to help. They come to the house to see him. Then my mother will say that, yeah, you see, because you don't want to go out, then your medical is not subsidized. You know, your children have to pay the money. I told my mom, it's okay. Because if that arrangement don't give him stress, I will do it for that. Then he tell me good. Because so I knew, because he can't speak already, but he tell me good. Because he feel that he don't need to be stressed out. Because when they go out, even I bring him to Tan Tock Seng, it's the same doctor, same clinic, they will still feel stress. Stress of why they have to wait. Then they worry, I want to go toilet, how? Then as a man, he has ego. We don't like to put on a diaper. So there's a lot of things going in their mind. So I always tell my husband and my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law that there's a lot of things going in mommy's mind. We cannot read her mind. So we should make her feel as comfortable as possible. So this is what I do to manage her.
Yeah, this part is really true. My father, in the end, the things that bring him joy is go to the, market that he's most familiar with, go and eat, don't know, whatever noodles, or go and find our old friend. I don't know how much they can really communicate because his hearing is quite bad despite the hearing aid, but he's happy.
Yes.
When
So
he
as
feel
what
that
Master,
just to eat one bowl of noodles and come back happy.
That's what Master always tell us. If it's a medical condition, we need to seek medical advice.
Yeah.
Right. But if it got something to do with our energy field, something to do with our emotion, then we just have to use supervised secret code method. Be grateful of the situation. Yeah. Send more blessings, send more love to them. Instead of you grumble, I think he will feel worse, right? It's like, 哎呀，为什么每天这样高啦? Then he will feel even worse. So the art of speaking comes
Totally,
in.
totally.
Yeah.
This one, in fact, when I will ask him what's the reading, and then he's like, oh, 27, and then he's like so guilty. I say, 不要紧，会更好的，
Yeah.
哈，祝福。
Yeah.
So I do realize this part. And anyway, so I'll come to my sharing, right? When today I was reading like the back page, which is really talking about whether you are a Muslim, a Christian, whatever, right? Actually, almost like made my hair stand. Just remember I shared about going to visit
friend,
my
yes.
Muslim friend, right? So I went to see them. So our friend actually is got a very bad state of the cancer. So he has to go through radiation therapy 5 days a week. So he has just started a bit more than a week lah by the time that I visited him. And but you can see I actually was very surprised because when I was sharing with them, he and his wife, about love and gratitude, and actually he knows all about it. And he is a very grateful person. And he talked about, because don't know whether you all have gone to the restaurant called Knox or not.
Yep.
So you can dine in the dark.
Yep.
Right. So the restaurant, so he serves there because he is blind. And he actually, other than just talking about the food, he actually shares some of his own appreciation, like, the ability to like breathe air. Cannot even take for granted, and how I was like, actually, I was very, very moved by the fact that he can actually take in all that. So I could really focus on his wife, who I know is actually more stressed than he is. He actually suffers pain as well. He said that it's quite unimaginable. During the radiation therapy itself, it's not painful. But afterwards, he can feel like, it's like the whole bone is like being ground or something very, very hard. But he would massage and try to make himself better. And his wife is so dedicated, she stopped working, just
take care of
spend
him.
time at the hospital. But I really wanted to encourage her that don't keep worrying, do something good for yourself. What do you enjoy? And then so eventually she did say she liked to take walks, and then the daughter had invited her also. Daughter is 14, invited her to go for walks. And I said, you all really need to do some mother-daughter, you need to be nourished yourself.
Yes. I
Right,
think that's a very
everything.
good point,
Unlike-
because sometimes, as I also always tell my husband, do not just focus on mom. You need to focus a bit on dad as well. Because why? My father-in-law is the one that feel being left out. Because the focus is always on mother. So when he starts feeling left out, he starts to behave like a kid, and end up, sometimes he's the one feeling depressed, sitting there. Yeah. And then sometimes the children say that, why you every time sit at the sofa and nap? So I told my husband, I say, you never hear what father say, man? Because at night, he always wake up and check on mother. Then after that, so because of that, he don't sleep well at night. So only in the daytime when he sit at the couch, then he keep on napping lor. So when you try to understand the situation behind this person's actions, you will actually learn to be grateful to him more than anything else. Yeah. So it's really not easy. It's really not easy because like even for my mom, right? My mom is the only care giver for my dad for the last 10 years. In fact, now it's 11 years when my dad has stroke. She's the one where she refuses to have assistance or help due to all the news that she see. Again, social media sometimes is negative impact on somebody. So end of the day, I always worry about my mom emotions. So every Sunday after Master Kong Siu Ke, my next stop is always my parents' house. I will sit there. Sometimes when she good mood, she will talk a lot of nice things. When she bad mood, she will complain a lot of things. I just sit there and be a pair of listening ears. And very grateful because of Supply Seeker Code, I learned to listen more than I talk. Last time when she tell me things, I will shoot her back already. It's like, no lah, you cannot see things like that. I will say a lot of things. But now I let her share because she got nobody to vent her anger to ma. So as a daughter, I be there and receive. Then after I receive, I will use another approach to talk to her. To make her see things in a different way. Right? And I think all this is very grateful because of Supply Seeker Code. It cultivates me internally. So and in terms of emotion management, I can manage myself better. So I think this is where even awareness of not only ourselves, awareness of what is happening around us is something that is very important.
Yeah.
Right? This is also something Master has also taught us. We need to be aware about what's around us. Yeah. And there are a lot of testimony of members in Singapore, Malaysia especially, that has woke out of depression because of supervising, just because of one book. There are people who actually cannot sleep for many, many days, and just because with this book, they put the book below the pillow and she's able to sleep. Yeah. So we will hope to be able to, during the session of reading this book, bring in some of these Cheryl that we know who has actually walked out of depression because of using the simple techniques taught by Master Ted Sun. So again, all is about energy, like as what the book also mentioned, right? It may not happen to us today, but we do not know. Will we be the one? Will depression strike us tomorrow? We do not know. So at any point of time, being able to take charge and take control of our emotion is actually very, very important. Right, Rebecca?
Yes, thank you, Eileen. Yeah, talking about the depressions. Yes, the whole specialist psychiatrists, they are getting more and more people because they only can prescribe medicines. The rest of the thing they can't do. But nowadays I realized that they actually go into some homeopathic healing, more on counseling. But if it's really down into depressions, they always prescribe medicine. But once you start with the medication, you are not able to off anymore. The medicine, they are very, very high risk. It will make you to relax the whole body and to close your mindset. The whole body, there is no energy at all, and then you cannot move forward to think about more things that you want. They actually talk about, they sedate them. Some, they are very bad. My mother-in-law, I used to give her injection every month because she got too much of the imaginations. Then she will she was shocked. So she was given by IMH doctor. And then we realized that when my father-in-law passed away 3 years ago, I started to put the radio there. Till now, I have never off it. And from there onwards, I off her injections. And she stopped her medications. Yes, it helps. And then she can actually greet people. Because once you're on medications, especially injections, they are most of the 24 hours, they sedate her for just awake for 3 hours. The rest of the timing, they are actually on the bed and do nothing. And the whole mindset is closed off. So into depression is very serious. And the psychiatric doctors, there is no other way of treating. That's what Master, even the book saying that the people who got bipolar, now they get many, many people, young people, they down with bipolar. They are not able to control. Bipolar is that they have this type of emotional, they can go into very, very sad mood. And the mood we cannot control. We are not able to control them. They cannot control themselves. Their parents, yes, the parents are the most, yes. They can actually kill themselves. They tend to try to kill themselves in the first place. They down with the bipolar. And the medication are very strong, very, very strong. And then they will tell you that I am on bipolar medicines. But they don't know that why are they on bipolar? Why they need to have this medication? They just don't know. They just know that they need the medication. They go to the correct doctor. The doctor will just prescribe. And they have a habit to go every monthly to prescribe the medicine. Yeah, once they are on, they are hooked onto it. Yeah. Then they think that their moods can be better. They can actually achieve what they want. But it's actually people are giving way to her. But by giving way is not a things that can solve. It's not a solutions. So in Master Book, I actually recall, last night I actually called Eileen. I can't find my book. I have 3 Say No to Depression books. And I wanted to do the reading sessions. I can't find my book. I'm sure that I have given. Then my husband was saying that day you asked me to send this book to someone else. So So I cannot recall where's my book. So luckily I managed to get the book that hidden into my drawer. Yeah. So Master Ted's Son books, Say No to Depressions. Just prepare one at home, and then if it's any problem or either that friends who need it, just pass it to them. I think that I passed to them this book, but I really not really intends to just tell them what to do, because the person who got depression, they are very sensitive. They are very sensitive.
Yes.
I always tell them that get this book and can keep it with you. And you got free time when you got very good energy, go through the books. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are sensitive also because they have the fear to face the
Correct.
situation.
They just
Many a
can't
times, a
face
lot of them, they know they got problem, they need help, but they have this fear because they do not know what is going to be the outcome out of it. So then again, we go back to this, right? If you have a fear, it's really 靠自己嘞. You have
Yeah.
to walk out of that fear in any situation you are. So that's where you need to have the self-help, right? If you don't have the self-help, people cannot help you. Yeah, so we can share this book, and this book actually is very easy to read. But as what Rebecca said from the start, before we start, we have to read every single word
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. Then you will really uncover the meaning and understand this book, because this book is like very easy, huh? One page so short only, meh? Wow, very fast can finish
It's a
reading.
very relaxed.
Yeah, but if you read, and then for me is I use a highlighter. I will highlight the keywords. Then what I do is I reflect on those wordings. Then I will think back any situation or things that I observe. Yeah, so some books are very easy to read, but you need to understand the meaning in the book. So come back to class every week, okay, as
Yes.
we uncover the meaning behind this book. And along the way, because for this book, we also have the pie card. So if times allow, we will also do
Go
the
through the pie card.
the pie card.
Yeah.
It has to come with this. Yes. Yes, correct. So that's the reason why also we always encourage the first book to read is Super Life Secret Code, because this is the foundation. So when you read this book, when you read any other master's book, you will be able to connect better. Yeah, you can resonate. Then, oh yeah, in Super Life Secret Code, you talk about that. Okay, so that's why this is the base, the first book we encourage people
That's
to
a handy
read.
book.
Yeah.
Mm.
So then again, today we realize we have already finally the new banner in our classroom. 金运满人间，好运过好年。
好年。
So it's prosperity all around, good
Yeah.
fortune for the new year. So time passed very, very fast. Today is already the 12th of November. All right, so 20th and 21st December, mark your calendar down. For those who have not gotten your tickets, please let us know. We will be able to help you to purchase the tickets, or if you need help, do let us know. We will try our best to get
Yeah.
a sponsored ticket for you. And what? Oh, today 13 ah. Wow, I'm still living in yesterday. Wow,
Yes.
today is 13 already.
We have a lot of DNs
I'm younger
at
by
the
one
back.
day.
Younger one. We have a lot of DN at the back, and then keep some in your bag, and then we can share with some people. Yes, it's important to invite them to join our events.
Yes,
Yes.
and of course, remember, I think almost a year ago, we also did a Thanksgiving dinner in
Yeah.
our session. So we'll be holding one towards the end of this month because it's a Thanksgiving month. And next month, we have also the Christmas. So we will also try to capture some of the time that we can get together. We will have some session together so that we can get more chance to interact with each other.
Yes.
Okay, so as time, we will not play the video for today for the introduction of December 2021. So do mark your calendar as an important date, okay, so that we can together learn, upgrade, and receive a more prosperity year 2026. With that, thank you,
Alright.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, gratitude to our Master Ted's Sons, and thank you to Gina online. Thank you very much, and see you all next week again. Thank you.
All right, we will gather for a group photo.